I am in Vietnam, where Skoda has started its operations some time back, and now today is the inauguration of their facility here in Halong. Thank you so much, Mr. Klaus, for joining us today and taking time out to speak to us. First of all, congratulations. A big day today for you to start the production process here in Vietnam. How big is the Vietnam market and how significant it is for you, Skoda, as a brand to be here?
Well, generally speaking, the ASEAN region, so Southeast Asia, is really important for us to establish a second pillar for our business model outside the European strong leg that we already have. Within the ASEAN region, Vietnam is really important, and with our partner Thanh Cong, who have invested into our assembly facility here in Vietnam to serve the Vietnamese market, we are confident that we will be part of the growth potential that exists in this market. I mean, last year, 2024 versus 2023 was a 32% growth compared to the previous year. So this is a significant growth. Now there's talk about further growth potentials, and we want to be part of that ride. And that's why we are very happy that today is the inauguration of our production facility, of our assembly line, with products that are very much linked to also our favorite market, India.
Yeah, so my next question is, how is Vietnam operations? We know that the kits are going to come from India, the Kushaq and Slavia kits are going to come from India. But besides these two products, what is your product strategy? The rest of the products will be coming from Europe. Is that the plan? And what is your EV strategy, if that you can explain on that as well?
Yeah, so of course you need a bigger portfolio than two cars that you just mentioned, the Kushaq and the Slavia. So we're going to also bring over the Superb, our flagship, which is very important for our brand esteem. The Octavia, potentially the Octavia RS, so the upper model of that category. And then we shall see. We might also look at, we have the Karoq already in the market, we have the Kodiaq in the market. So with that kind of portfolio, we have a big enough footprint for our dealer partners to create a footprint or to create a strong leg with their operations. We have signed up 15 dealers here in Vietnam. By the end of the year, we want to have 25 dealers. And by the end of next year, we'll probably looking at about 30 points of sales. And then we have a reasonable coverage of this market. Now talking about EV strategy, there's a very strong player here in Vietnam, VinFast, that we very much respect. However, the general market condition, the infrastructure to charge and everything else is not at a point where we are fully confident to start our EV portfolio expansion to Vietnam, because we have the Epic, we have the Elroq, we have the Enyaq, we have a 7-seater SUV, all battery electric vehicle. So we're ready to come, but the market environment is not ready. So we shall see what the best time frame for that is.
Okay. Now, because you will pardon my bias if I ask too many questions about India, because you are getting the products from India. What impact will Vietnam operations have on Indian production, and would you have to increase the production there? How big will the Vietnamese market be for you?
Yeah, we've said that before. We envision by the end of the decade, and we need to stay reasonable here. By the end of the decade, we see a potential of 30 to 40,000 cars sold carrying the Skoda badge here in Vietnam. Not all of them will be Slavia and Kushaq, so you can already cut it down. So it will have an impact on our volume and on our export from India, which is in favor of what governmental bodies want, also from us being active in India. But it's something that we will manage within the given capacities.
One question, I know the team's telling me to wrap up quickly, but Kushaq, Slavia, but why not Kailac? And also, will this mean that in future, if you localize more products in India, they will also come to Vietnam through India? How will the balance between India and Vietnam, where will the balance between India and Vietnam lie?
It will not automatically be a product we localize in India that will automatically come over to Vietnam, because that's a case-by-case decision. Now, the Kailac is a good example. The Kailac in its sub-4 meter category is something that is very specific to India. because it's more than 50% of the overall new car potential of the market, the sub 4 meter category. And with the Kushaq, we actually have a car that is, from my point of view, a very good value proposition for Vietnam. Now we shall see with our partner Thanh Cong, they also run the dealerships, on whether there's enough market potential to also scale that business, but we have not made that decision yet.
All right, Mr. Zellmer, thanks a lot for taking time out and talking to us. Thanks
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
And best of luck for Vietnam.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.